matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Mustangs offense comes on the field first today. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype with a playoff game, you'd love to see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
They stop him, but it's a first down.
Man, this is exactly how you want to start an opening drive on the road for this offense. Really well-blocked play. Pick up some nice yardage. And if you're this offensive line, this is exactly what you talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front, especially early in this game. They give their running back plenty of room to run.
It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Receiver makes the catch. Tackle, but first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Here's the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up third down. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on third down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
Looking to throw. It's Hatchett. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Ponies. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
7, Miami, 0.
Return starts from inside. It's a fumble. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
That makes the score. SMU, 14, Miami, 0.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. The Hurricanes offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Important second down play coming up.
Second down.
Quarterback keeps the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
By the quarterback. Loses 3. Brings up third down.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Back to throw. It's Morris. It's a quick grab. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. And the Canes pick up enough to get a first down there. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. The completion makes it second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's got it. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
Slides the quick throw. They get him down pretty quickly, but it's a solid gain in that short throw. That completion makes it second and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Caught quickly. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And Kirk, it's SMU with the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Makes a quick catch.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed, but what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this
Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
That completion makes it second and medium. He'll hand it off. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Going to try to use his legs here. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. Quarterback now all alone in the backfield.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Dropping back, it's Hatchett. Trying to create outside the pocket now. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quick completion to the tight end. And they pick up the first down, tackled at the 25. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
First down, looking to throw the football. Running back grabs it on the screen. They bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage on that screen.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive game for the offense.
And the Mustangs looking to cash in this red zone trip. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
The Mustangs looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner steps out at the 16-yard line. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier. Second down after that previous play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick this away to get the second half going. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. The Hurricanes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. To throw, it's Morris. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down. The Canes will bring their punt team on the field now.
Number 60 on to kick it away.
And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far, and they keep it going. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
He makes the grab. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Second down after the incompletion. On the run, it's Davis. A quick juke to get free. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Mustangs' offense is on the move now. Using his legs on the scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they can convert third and short here from the 50. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take two.
Football comes out. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Hands it off on the counter. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Brings up second down.
Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. Great move in the open field. Brought down after a big gain and a first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Caught near the sideline. It's Sims. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And that run produces a decent gain. And Kirk, it's SMU with the lead here. Sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Touchdown, Miami. And the comeback continues. That's an important score. We got one possession game now, Kurt, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Looking downfield, it's Patchett. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Oh, a change of direction. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Gain of 13. Good enough for a first down.
And the Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And the defense brings him down. That's good timing. The receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
At the 41-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
This drive has already chewed more than 3 minutes off the clock. Come up on second down now. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
Heck of a job here by the defense on this third down to keep them short of the first down. Now it's fourth down, and an interesting decision for this offense with the lead. Do they punt the ball away, or do they go for it?
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. They'll hand it off. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Getting set. Here's second down. Same tailback, another carry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. To throw, it's Hatchett. He's moving out of the pocket. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on third down, and now a fourth down decision coming up. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Yeah, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Short connection to the tight end here. He saw it, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw it on first down. Got him. He's sacked. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking.
Second down.
Dropping back. It's Morris. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Tries to get loose in the scramble, but is brought down after a short gain. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Hurricanes come to the line to run the hurry up. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock.
Second down.
Here's the second down play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And a sophomore making an impact play. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down.
Third down coming up.
And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step.
Airing this one out toward the sideline. He grabs it inside the 20. So a big gain there. They finally make the tackle, but that will wrap this one up as the clock runs out. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now